There is a pattern that shows up for a lot of people trying to build AI income after 40. And it is one of the most frustrating experiences in the entire process. You find an approach that makes sense. You commit to it. You put in real effort for several weeks. And then something happens. Maybe the results feel too slow. Maybe a new tool or strategy appears. Maybe motivation drops after the initial energy fades. And you find yourself starting over. New approach. New tool. New energy. Same eventual outcome. This is not a motivation problem. It is not a discipline problem. It is a structural problem. And once you understand the structure behind the reset cycle, you can break it permanently. The reset cycle is not quitting. Most people who experience this have not quit AI income entirely. They are still in it. They are still trying. They are just trying something new every few months. Because the previous approach did not produce results fast enough. And here is the problem with that pattern. Every time you reset, you restart the compounding clock. Income systems, content channels, service businesses, digital products do not produce linear results. They produce almost nothing in the early months. Then a small amount. Then the growth begins to curve upward. But that curve does not start from where you left off. When you reset, it starts from zero again. So someone who has been working on AI income for 18 months but has reset 3 times effectively has 18 months of effort and only 4 to 6 months of compounding. While someone who has been consistent for 18 months has 18 full months of compounding. The gap between those two outcomes is enormous. And the reset is the only reason it exists. There are 4 specific triggers that cause most resets. Understanding them lets you recognize them before they happen. The first trigger is the slow start. This is the most common one. You start creating content or building a product, or reaching out to clients. And in months 1 and 2, nothing much happens. The compounding clock is running, but the results are not visible yet. And because we are conditioned to expect feedback quickly, the absence of early signals feels like evidence that something is wrong. It is not. It is just what the beginning of compounding looks like. Flat. Quiet. Unremarkable. The second trigger is the shiny alternative. You are 3 months into building one system, when you discover a different approach that seems to be working better for someone else. A new AI tool. A different platform. A different income model. And the temptation is to switch. Because what you are building feels uncertain, and what they are doing appears to be working. But what you are seeing of their system is the result of months or years of compounding that you did not observe. You are comparing your month 3 to their month 18. That comparison is never accurate, and acting on it always costs more than it gains. The third trigger is the identity mismatch. This one is subtler. You have been creating content about a specific topic for several months. And somewhere along the way it starts to feel like the topic does not quite fit you. Maybe the niche feels too narrow. Maybe you are not sure the audience is really there. Maybe what you thought was a strength does not feel compelling enough. This trigger is worth taking seriously, but slowly. The right response is usually to refine the focus, not abandon it. To go narrower, not wider. To get more specific about who you are helping and what outcome you are providing. A complete reset rarely solves an identity mismatch. It usually just delays the moment you have to get specific. The fourth trigger is one bad month. A month where sales drop. A month where content engagement falls. A month where a client leaves. One bad month is data. It is feedback. It is an invitation to look more carefully at what is happening. It is not evidence that the system has failed. But it often feels that way. And that feeling, if acted on, causes a reset that interrupts a system that was actually on the right track. Breaking the reset cycle does not require more motivation or discipline. It requires changing the structure so that resets become harder to justify. The first structural fix is setting a minimum commitment window. Before you start anything, decide on a window. You will not evaluate before. 12 weeks minimum. 6 months is better. During that window, you are not permitted to conclude. that the system is not working. You can observe, you can adjust tactics, you can refine, but you cannot reset. The commitment window works because it separates the evaluation question from the compounding period. Most resets happen during the compounding period, before results are visible, when the evaluation question feels urgent, but is actually premature. The second structural fix is measuring process instead of outcomes in months 1 through 3. In the early stages of any income system, outcomes are unreliable indicators of progress. Sales are low because trust has not built yet. Engagement is low because the audience has not found you yet. Revenue is low because the offer has not been refined yet. None of those are signs that the system is failing. They are signs that the system is early. What you can measure in months 1 through 3 is process consistency. Are you publishing on schedule? Are you improving the quality of each output? Are you gathering feedback and applying it? If yes, the system is working, even if the outcomes do not yet reflect it. The third structural fix is building switching costs into your system. One reason resets feel easy is that there is nothing to lose. You can walk away from a content channel after 3 months without any financial cost, without any relationship cost, without any structural cost. But you can build switching costs. A simple one is telling someone about your commitment when you start. Not a vague announcement, but a specific commitment. Something like, I am going to post 3 times per week on this topic for 6 months and then evaluate. The social accountability creates a cost to resetting. That did not exist before. It will not prevent all resets, but it will slow down the impulsive ones. And impulsive resets are the most costly kind. The fourth structural fix is distinguishing between tactical adjustments and strategic resets. Not all changes are resets. Changing your thumbnail style is a tactical adjustment. Changing your content format is a tactical adjustment. Raising your prices is a tactical adjustment. Changing your entire niche, platform, and income model is a strategic reset. Give yourself full permission to make tactical adjustments constantly. Keep strategic resets off the table during the committed window. Most problems that feel like they require a full reset actually only require a tactical adjustment. The distinction matters enormously for your compounding timeline. Let us be specific about what staying in the system looks like. Over a realistic timeline. Months 1 and 2 are output without results. You are publishing, building, or reaching out. Almost nothing is coming back yet. This is correct. Stay in it. Month 3 brings first signals. Small engagement. A question from someone who found your content. Maybe a first sale or a first inquiry. The system is working. These signals are real. Months 4 and 5 show slow but measurable growth. Results are visible but modest. This is where most people reset. Do not. Month 6 is where the curve begins. Something in the system starts to compound. Content that was published in month 2 gets discovered by new people. In month 6, a product that sold twice in month 3 sells 8 times in month 6. Months 7 through 12 bring acceleration. Each month builds on the last. The effort required per dollar of income begins to decrease. The system is carrying some of its own weight. That is what staying in the system produces. None of it is available to someone who reset at month 3. The reset cycle is not a character flaw. It is a structural response to an environment that rewards novelty and punishes patience. But AI income, real compounding stable AI income, does not operate in that environment. It operates in a slower one, where the rewards are delayed, where the compounding happens quietly, where the biggest differentiator is not talent or tools. It is whether you stayed long enough for the system to start carrying itself. So the next time you feel the pull toward a reset, pause. Ask whether this is a tactical problem that needs an adjustment or a strategic problem that genuinely requires starting over. Most of the time it is the first one, and the adjustment that is needed is usually smaller and simpler than a full reset. Stay in the system. That is what breaks the cycle. If you have reset before and you are deciding right now whether to start again, Make the commitment window concrete by starting with a clear goal. The free AI catch-up calculator in the description gives you the specific retirement number your income system is working toward. When the goal is concrete and the math is clear, staying in the system gets significantly easier. And when you are ready to build rather than just plan, the AI Service Bridge system walks you through getting your first client using a simple, repeatable workflow. No technical skills required. No complex setup. The link is in the description.